On March 13, 1964, people throughout the nation were shocked by the murder of 28-year-old Kitty Genovese in New York City. The facts of this case seemed to tear our very social fabric as a nation. Kitty screamed repeatedly as her killer had stalked her for more than half an hour and stabbed her on 3 separate occasions. 38 neighbors are known to have heard the commotion. Their voices and bedroom lights interrupted the assault twice.
Yet nobody came to Kitty's aid. No one even called the police. How could this happen? Some witnesses admitted they had not wanted to get involved. One said that he was tired. Some simply said, "I don't know." Are these the reasons that no one came to the aid of Kitty? As a nation, are we a heartless bunch who would rather watch than help when other people are in need?
Preachers, professors, and news commentators sought the reasons for such apparently conscienceless and inhumane lack of intervention. Their conclusions ranged from moral decay to dehumanization produced by the urban environment to alienation and anonymity. But John Darley and Bob Watney, 2 social psychologists, were not convinced that these were the most important reasons.
The 2 met at a party shortly after the crime and mused about it for hours. They then had a joint flash of inspiration. Perhaps nobody helped precisely because they knew many other people were watching. Later that evening, they began to design an experiment to test what would become known as the Bystander Effect.
Several years later, funded by a National Science Foundation grant, psychologists John Darley and Bob Watney described an experiment which they confirmed the reason why those who could have helped Kitty didn't. Their article in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology became an influential social psychological explanation for why people who might otherwise help someone in need do not do so, particularly if they believe that help has already been summoned or others will help.
An analysis of the situation suggests that factors other than apathy and indifference were involved. A person witnessing an emergency situation, particularly such a frightening and dangerous one as stabbing, is in conflict. There are obvious humanitarian norms about helping the victim. There are also rational and irrational fears about what might happen to a person who does not intervene. "I don't want to get involved" is a familiar comment, and behind it lies fears of physical harm, public embarrassment, involvement with police procedures, lost work days and jobs, and other unknown dangers.
And if others are known to be present, but their behavior cannot be closely observed, any one bystander can assume that one of the other observers is already taking action to end the emergency. Therefore, his own intervention may only be redundant, perhaps harmfully or confusingly so. Thus, given the presence of other onlookers whose behavior cannot be observed, any given bystander can rationalize his own inaction by convincing himself that somebody else must be doing something. These considerations led to the hypothesis that the more bystanders there are to an emergency, the less likely or more slowly any one bystander will intervene to provide aid.
Now flash forward to today in a TV show called What Would You Do?, featuring newsman John Quinones. The principle of the show is quite simple. 2 parts candid camera, 1 part Darley and Levitain, and a dash of Hollywood thrown in for good ratings.
First impressions may make you think it's another psychologically manipulative reality TV show. Who are these people to perform these emotionally high-stake experiments on unsuspecting people? But after watching, you quickly realize that the show is different. It actually makes you think, what would I do? Would I stand up to somebody who's bullying someone else? Would I intervene even if others were around? Would I do the right thing because it's simply the right thing?
So why do good when no one is watching? And more compellingly, why do good when others, who could also do that same good, do not? It's been said that the right thing is that which you do when no one is watching, when no one stands ready to praise or reward you. When when it is just as easy to walk away.
Importantly, the fake bad guys on What Would You Do are not allowed to turn around and attack the do-gooders. But in real life, nothing stops the real bad guys from turning around and venting their rage against you should you indeed decide to step in to intervene in some direct way. Remember, the next time you see someone in distress or a situation calls for action, that there may be a camera hiding in an unmarked minivan poised to beam your cowardice into 200 gazillion American homes. But maybe, just maybe, you will think twice and act in some helpful way.
Such actions might have saved the life of a terrified woman who died violently and alone on the streets of New York a half-century ago.
You're not going to leave on me, are you?
No, I wouldn't do that.
All right.
What happened to the young lady?
Oh, she just went to the bathroom. It's our first date. She's kind of nervous, I think.
Do a nice impression.
I'm going to try. We met on the internet.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Good luck.
You know what? We're together 25 years. So
Really?
we don't know nothing about internet dating, but I'll say, don't go wild. Just play yourself and be calm and chill it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeremy.
Doug.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
You too.
But watch as our actor gets busted by his new friend. Listen to this Freudian slip.
You don't like headaches? I mean,
What's
do you
that?
do you like hot rods?
I love hot rods, man.
Can I say something to you?
Yeah.
You dropped something in that drink.
No, I didn't.
What are you doing? I'm being honest with you. I thought you put something in that drink for that lady. I hope not.
No. Why did I do that?
I don't say that for nothing, hon.
Oh my God.
I want to look at something here.
What? It's sediment. It's Pinot Noir.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
I wouldn't
Can
do
I buy
that.
another drink? Just throw that one away?
This is a nice Pinot Noir. It's a nice Pinot Noir. Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, maybe I'll see
Sit
something.
down and shut up.
Soon the innocent girl is back, oblivious to the chemical concoction that's been stirred into her drink. So will he speak up before she takes a sip?
Hey, here's to you. Bottoms up.
You can tell this guy wants to do more, but his wife wants him to.
Shut up. Shut up.
I'm going to hit the restroom. I'll be right back.
When the perpetrator leaves for the bathroom, all it takes is for the actress to complain. At that point, he can't take it anymore.
It tastes funny.
Excuse me?
It tastes funny.
Throw that wine away. She said it tastes funny. Throw that wine away. You okay?
I just feel a little hot and I have
All right.
a little headache.
But remember, he has a headache of his own.
If you don't sit down.
Shut up. You shut up. You be quiet. I've seen what I've seen, and this girl was never happened to me.
We decide it's time to save this marriage and send our producer in.
I'm with ABC News. This is an actress.
So I seen what I seen. Son of a bitch!
Dude, you're a hero.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my God! And I want to kick my wife's ass.
Helen Keller, step to the front, please. I'm just kidding. What can I get for you?
Okay, I just need a small cheese.
What can I get for you?
Okay, I just need a small cheesecake.
Okay.
The cake costs $16. She hands him a 50. But when he brings back the change,
Here you are, 34.
it's only 6 singles. It's a scam that the blind say actually happens to them because in the U.S., paper bills are all the same size.
Can you tell me what this is?
It's $34, so that's your change.
Right, but I need to know what each bill is.
Wait, I gotta count it. What am I, the Heritage for the Blind or something? I gotta
Other
count out
customers
all
take
those
notice.
here.
Some can't stop looking.
So we got the 20.
That's a 20.
Okay, let's
I'm handing
get this
you
going.
a 10.
Stand up to the cheating clerk.
That's a 10, 20.
I don't think that's really nice what you're doing.
Not at all.
What am I doing?
Well, I'm sorry. So this isn't this one. You have 6 singles in your hand.
I have six singles?
No,
I should have
gave you-
$34.
I know, I saw
$34.
you. No, you did not.
I gave
I've been
you-
watching you do this to this lady. Where's the 20? Where's the 10?
Right.
I don't know. Ask her, where's the
Where's your
where's the
boss?
man?
Where is your boss?
I'm the boss.
I'm watching you do this. She gave you $50. You're not giving her the
Sorry,
money
man.
back.
I gave her the money. I mean,
Oh,
check
I am taking my business out.
And this time the clerk is being even more insulting, with offensive words that the blind say they hear all too often.
Where's your helper? Don't you have a helper to like come to the store
I
with you?
don't have a helper. Just tell me
Okay,
which
so
bill is
20
which
bucks.
so that I know.
I'm handing.
Other customers can't believe what they're seeing. And once again, it's a woman who steps forward. And when she does, this time others join in.
These are all singles. What are you doing?
She gave you a 50.
She gave you a 50.
you. What are you doing?
50.
She gave me a 20. She gave you a 50.
People
No, no,
saw
you
you
want-
did.
The clerk tries to cover his tracks by saying she paid him less money, but they're not buying it.
Open the
wanna
register.
open the
Yeah,
register?
open the register.
Okay, open
You're being
the
a dick,
register.
man.
Hey, excuse me.
And I'm going to tell you bluntly.
That language is
I don't care.
I'm sorry.
You're like acting a total idiot in front of her. She's not a handicap.
Once galvanized, this angry group refuses to leave until the blind woman is given the correct change.
Just be quiet and give her her change.
What am I doing?
Be quiet
I
and
have
give her
other
her change.
options to change.
Which one's that? Is this 20?
Yeah, that's
Cool.
Astoundingly, in half of his shopping trips, he leaves without anyone telling him he's been cheated.
I was surprised that people saw me getting ripped off and didn't say anything.
He gave you a 50.
All right, well,
But when people do speak up for the man,
tell me now.
they're not only infuriated by the cheating, they're also frustrated by their inability to stop it.
You said that was a 20 and that was a 10. In his hand were 2 ones.
Ma'am, I can see. He's blind.
Well, can you talk? You said this was a 20 and this was a 10. What are these?
Those are singles.
And what you tell
But
me there are
he pulled
20
them out
and
of
a
his
10?
pocket. I don't know what he did with the 20 and the 10.
I'm sorry.
She's so frustrated, she leaves without buying her cake.
I'm gonna tell you one more time. I'm a cop. So you did not give her the right amount of money. You gave her 6 singles.
Yes, sir.
So overall, people always stepped up to help the blind woman, but they didn't always step up for the blind man. And when they did, it took them longer.